Survived My Summer Vacation by Joe Rover. Episode 2 Wish Anxiety Part 1. Poof! Wishmaker appeared out of a cloud of pink smoke. The genie's snow-white skin reflected the sun's light. It was only blocked by his red vest and magician's top hat. His lower body consisted of smoke, because why manifest legs when you can fly? Wishmaker took a deep breath. Ah, I love the smell of test week, he said. The air is filled with desperation. The genie spotted a young man with short chestnut hair riding in on a hoverboard. He wore a jacket that read, "My other ride is a surfboard," on the back. Wishmaker cast a sleep spell on him, then sent him to some beach in Hawaii, where he'd wake up. Wishmaker snapped his fingers and transformed into the boy. He blended into the crowd of anxiety and caffeine-fueled youths. Doug and Steve closed their lockers at the same time. Doug wore his trademark ripped jeans, while Steve wore his usual bow tie over his t-shirt. "I got it," said Steve. "You're good at math, and I'm good at English. Why don't we swap clothes before the test? I'll say I'm you, and you be me." "That never works," I said, passing by. "Also, you're not twins," said Sally. Steve snapped his fingers. "Ah, man." Sally and I entered homeroom and took our seats. The other students were either busy biting their fingernails or sleeping, or one rolled out at will. "Whew," I said. "The test anxiety is real this year." "The new pass or don't graduate rule hasn't helped any," said Sally. Josh, a classmate, ran up to my desk and grabbed me by the shoulders. He shook me as he shouted, "Quick, Joe! What's 2 plus 2? I can't remember." "4, I said, my voice vibrating from his shaking. He released me. "4. He thought for a moment. "4. He walked off repeating, "4. The last to arrive, right before the bell, was Xander. He found a desk and draped his "My other ride is a surfboard" jacket over the chair as the teacher entered. "As always," said the teacher, "you will hand over your omnicuffs to us during the test. We will also check your scratch paper, writing tool, and photo ID. However, in an effort to cut back on cheating, we will also check your DNA for any twins or lookalikes who think they can swap identities. We will also check for body swap spells, intelligent potions, and magic charms." The class groaned. "This'll make things harder," I heard a voice think. I glanced around to try and pinpoint it. "Anything wrong, Mr. Rover?" asked the teacher. I gulped. "No, sir." "Good. The rest of the period is open for you to study or pray or to whatever deity you believe in." Some people activated their omnicuffs and started downloading info from the internet. Others started whimpering or going through the stages of grief. One person fell to their knees and ripped their shirt while shouting to the sky, "Why me?" Some turned to their neighbor and talked about last night's shows. I tapped my omnicuff watch. Holographic screens. Only I could see appear before me. I opened my notes on mathematical formulas. While I was in the middle of trying to remember the formula for the area of a square, I caught Xander sneaking out of the room. "Where's he going?" I thought. "Mr. Rover." The teacher slammed his hands on the desk, making me jump. "I'd advise you to study, not daydream." But I was. He pointed a finger at me. "Study." I lowered my head. "Yes, sir." Xander, Wishmaker, walked the nearly empty halls with the confidence of someone unaware of what would happen if they were caught. Near the science lab, Wishmaker spotted Steve and Doug. I hate these tests, said Doug. I wish we could swap bodies. Then we could take each other's test. Totally, said Steve. Bingo, said Wishmaker in a low voice. He pointed towards the two. I'll have to add a little extra coating so they can get past security. There was no poof or dramatic lights, but Steve and Doug blinked a couple times, then pointed at each other. What am I doing over there? They half shouted. They patted down their bodies. Dude, I'm you, they said in unison. They paused for a moment. Righteous, they said, nodding as if they were listening to their own musical beat. Wishmaker prowled the halls for his next victim. He found him in the form of a student dressed in all white, including a white baseball cap and white sneakers and an all-white backpack. Drone followed closely behind the student, Jay. Jay got the backpack drone because he was too scared to stop at his locker. Every time he did, a couple of the school bullies shoved him into his locker. They liked to make fun of how he dressed in all one color. One day Jay would wear all white. The next day it was all green. The drone now carried everything for him. Jay mumbled to himself about the test. He mentioned how his parents would be disappointed in him. It was always Ivy School this and Ivy School that. Jay wasn't stupid, but he knew he'd never score enough to get into any Ivy League school. I wish I was smart, he said. Wishmaker chuckled. Granted. Jay froze for a moment, as if some all-important idea came to him. He shrugged, then went on his way. Kevin Jones, captain of the Century High School Binomials. Go, Binomials! Wow! Someone shouted. Kevin Jones leaned his back against his locker. A holographic eye floated in front of his face. Oh, magic AI app, he said. Do I have a chance at passing my tests? The app replied in an emotionless digital voice. After looking at your previous schoolwork and test scores, I would say the probability is not very high. Kevin moaned as he swiped the app closed. What am I gonna do? The teachers are on the lookout for spells, charms, and old-fashioned mirror tricks. After a moment of deep depression, he pushed himself clear of his locker and stood straight. They never said anything about telepathy. Ooh, said Wishmaker. Loophole. I like this kid. Lissa is smart. If I could read her mind. Kevin slumped his body. Who am I kidding? Where would I find a power seller at this point? I wish I could read Alyssa's mind. Wishmaker folded his arms and blinked his eyes. Your wish is my enjoyment. Wishmaker positioned himself on the couch in the student area. He put his feet on the table. The stage is set. Time for the chaos to begin. To be continued. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll know when the next part releases. And look for more Dogboy Chronicles tales on Amazon. The link to new and old stories is in the description. Until the next promo, thanks for watching.